same page, like in the same place. We're all going to be at my Zoom. So if you're failing a class, you have to come tomorrow. If you are not failing a class, this is the only time you can get help tomorrow. So if you're trying to get help on a pest assignment or whatever for any class, you can come to bonus office hours, 10:20 to 11:05. The reason we're only having the one office hours tomorrow is because of the pep rally. We're very excited for the pep rally. Tell me, are you coming? Are you coming? I want to know. Tell me in the chat. Are you coming? Are you coming? I hope you are coming. I would love to see you there. It's going to be a grand old time. I hope that you will be there. Looking pretty solid. Take about 5 more seconds to tell me. Are you coming? Maybe. You don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. You don't know if you are or not. So pep rally tomorrow. It's from 1 to 4. And you have your like advisory breakout time. But if you can't come at that time, it's okay to come at another time. And you can also pick up your Chromebook if you need your Chromebook. So cool. Ah, yes. Y'all, check this out. Let me share these results with you. Everybody's coming. I'm excited. A few of us can't come. That's a bummer. And some of us, if you don't know yet, I hope you will be able to make it. But it looks like out of the 24 of us who signed in, 18 people are coming. So that's pretty solid. I'm a big friend. Golly, if you could post the password again, please. So we've got our pep rally going on. Let's talk about yesterday real fast. Yesterday's assignment. As I was grading number 2, I saw these beautiful answers. Y'all, look at these answers that people typed in here. They really were doing the most. Here's the thing. All of these answers would have been wrong. All of them would have been wrong. I know you're like, what, miss? That's a waste. I know, it's really a waste. In the equation editor, you have to be very careful about what do they actually want you to do. This one says, write an expression equivalent to this in the form b to the power of m. They really just wanted you to write b to the power of 7. That's it. Because the computer is going to grade this like IXL. They just want the answer. Sometimes they might say, write an equation, in which case you would want to write like an actual equation, like 5 + mx + b, or like 4 + 2 = 6, or whatever. But for this one, it says in the form b to the power of m. So the correct answer was b to the power of 7. That's it for that one. I also love these people who left their answers. Like, remember in the Canvas, I told you to type in, like, try typing in crazy things. But then, so they followed the first direction, which is awesome. But then the next direction was put the correct answer in. So keep following all the directions, my friends. Cool. And then for number 3, this was the leaf question. The most common wrong answer was true, false, false. I would agree with true and false, but it is actually true, false, true. So let me do this. It is true, false, true for this last one. I think the first one's pretty easy. Initial height, so where it starts, 18 feet. The leaf falls 2/5 foot every 1 second. This actually falls 5/2, which when you simplify that for 1 second, it would be like 2.5. 2.5 is different from 0.4 or 2/5. So this one's false. Can anyone explain? I would love to hear just one person's voice explaining why this is a true statement. Explaining why this is a true statement. Any brave takers this morning?
After 6 seconds, it would have fallen 15 feet. And then you would use the 15 and subtract it from the 18 and you would get 3 feet.
Where does the 15 come from, Gali?
You'd multiply the amount of feet if per second.
The number of feet per second.
2.556. Yeah.
Ah, I see. So you took 2.5 times 6 and you got 15. You said, okay, it's going to fall 15 feet. So I'm going to take away, because it started at 18, and that's going to leave you with 3 feet left over. So it's 3 feet above the ground, for sure. I like that. Did anyone have a different way of doing it? Thank you, Gali. Any other ways of thinking about it? One way that I thought about it was 18 feet. I'm going to put this in the chat. Use the 3 when doing 2 by 3. Marley, I don't know how to explain that part. So in mine, I was thinking, okay, it's at 18 feet. After 2 seconds, I'm going to subtract 5, and it's going to be 13 feet. And then I'm going to subtract 2 more seconds, subtract 5, it's going to be at 8 feet. So that's 4 total seconds. And then at 8 feet minus 2 more seconds would be 5 more, it would be at 3 feet. So I just did like repeated subtraction to get to 3 feet. And then I was like, all right, must be true. I see a comment here. It says, I literally thought that was a trick question. I haven't seen something like that in forever. I was so scared. Yeah, don't forget that this is a test on everything from 8th grade math, maybe even 7th grade math, maybe even 6th grade math, actually, honestly, all the way up to 11th grade math. So if something feels really easy, go with it. Go with your gut. It is okay. Right? That doesn't, it's not bad that like some questions will be really easy. Like that's totally fine. Yeah. Marley, are you able to come off mute to tell us about your strategy?
I was just gonna say, to get from 2 seconds to 6 seconds, that's when I use my 3 and I use it on the feet as well. So the 2 times 3 equals 6. My 5 times 3 equals 15. That was the only thing I changed instead of doing the 2.5 times 6.
I get it. I get it. So you said, okay, to get from 2 seconds to 6 seconds, I need to multiply times 3. So then for my feet, I would do 5 times 3 as well. So that's 15. And then that you did this same part here. I love it. Thank you, Marley. Appreciate that. All right. So amazing ways of getting there. Your correct answers would be true, false, true. If you answered anything, you got the full 5 points. If you got true, false, true, you got a 6th point on top of it. So appreciate you. Y'all did a great job. I did want to clear up those 2 pieces there. You actually 100% asked your brother who's in 7th grade for help. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, there are like 7th, yes, this is like a 7th grade problem, right? This is like before you start doing like true algebra, right? This is like a multi-step math problem. So we have to kind of get our brains back into that mode a little bit. All right, let's look at, oh boy, click the wrong button. There we go. Okay, so today to start, we're gonna start with a quick form. We're going to start with a quick form. That form is going to look like this. Let me put it in the chat. I want to send this to everyone, not just Devin. There we go. You're going to see a quick form looks like this. It's going to ask some kind of silly questions. They might be too easy for you. What is the CAASPP? Is it a spelling bee? Is it an old-timey animal? Or is it a test for all juniors in the state of California? I think you probably know what the answer is. When is it? Is it in week 4? Is it at the beginning of senior year? Is it in week 5 or 6? I don't know. You're gonna decide what the answers are based on our presentation from Tuesday. If you need to see the slides again, you can click this presentation up here. It's at the top. But there are 7 questions. Let's go ahead and take about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes. If you're someone who likes to turn things in on Canvas there is a place for you to put a screenshot. You don't have to because I can see the back end. But if you want to, you're welcome to. Thanks, Miriam. I got you. Sadie, Mia, Fatima, Devin, David, Eric, Devin, Melissa. Appreciate you. We're at 9 so far. We're at 12, thank you. We're at 15, 16. Thanks so much. We're at 18, 19. If you're ready, you can start logging back into that test that we took yesterday. You're going to go to, there's an assignment that says, oh, this isn't your class. Assignment 38 is what you're going to. Assignment 38. Mia, it's no problem. If you submitted the form but forgot to take a screenshot, it's no big deal. On that page, you can just put like, I submitted it. Just type, I submitted it. It's fine. I'm going to check it on the back end anyways. So it's all good. It's mostly for people who are doing it outside of class so that I go back and look at their form. No problem. All right, team. So in your week 3 box, you should see something that says assignment 38, CAASPP day 2. That is where we are clicking. And then you'll see filling out the form. You've already done that. The rest of our assignment is on the next 5 pages, numbers 4 through 8. And then we're going to submit 1 screenshot on each page. Remember, you have the document. If you want to use your document, you can. And then we're going to go ahead and head to this website here. I will put it in the chat in order to submit, I'm sorry, in order to log in to the test. Let's go ahead and head there to log into the test. See, some of us are already logging in, which is great. I have to use an incognito. Let me go ahead and do that here. When you get to a page that looks like this, you're going to click the green one here, student interface. It's going to say guest. You want it to say guest, click sign in. We're going to the same test as yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and select 11th grade and go to the second yellow one, the right yellow one that says math. So we're going to yellow math. And then should we change anything on the settings? Is there anything we should change on the settings? Nope, just leave them all the same. Leave them all the same. Press select. And that beautiful noise. Let me share my sound just so you can hear it. Here we go. I know, so lovely. Just for that, I'm gonna do it again. Ah, such a lovely sound. All right, I can play. I won't be evil, just single evil today. And then go ahead and press begin test now. Thank you to my form people. It looks like most of us are in here at this point. I've got everybody up to here. 20, dang it, why is that not helping me? Looks like we've got 27 of us filled out that form. Thank you so much. All right, on the test page, it won't let you just like skip to number 4. It's very annoying. So you actually have to like just randomly answer. It doesn't matter what you answer. You just have to like click something in order to get to number 4. In order to get to number 4. For sure. All right. Walter, I see you. Miriam, Maritza, Marley, Melissa, Kayla, you're good. Kaylin, just keep clicking through those login pages until you get to number 4. Kat, I see you. Fatima, I see you. David, I see you. Devin, just keep clicking to page 4. We're just going to skip those ones because you already did them on Tuesday. Nice, looking good, friends. All right, I'm going to pause this on the test, so keep getting there if you are getting there. I want to just like review some of these answers from the form you all just filled out. So most people getting 7 out of 7, which is awesome. It's a test for all the juniors. It's in week 5. We knew that. You need your school Chromebook. Perfect. It does cover English and math for juniors. So it does cover the testing program does cover science, but science is for 12th graders, not for juniors. So be careful, don't get tripped up. And it does not cover history at all. For the CAT test, y'all did great. We do not want to click through quickly and randomly. Does the time affect your score? No, it should take as long as you need. Great. This one was a tricky question. It was a select all question, a select as many as apply, and it was actually all 3 correct answers. So college courses, learning reflections, and school pride, all important. That's why this test matters. And then there's a bunch of words here. I'm gonna make a word cloud. I haven't had a word cloud in a while, so I'm gonna make a word cloud. We'll see it next week. But we'll make unexcited. Why? No, I can guess who maybe wrote those 3 words. I like it. But a lot of like anxious, worried, confident, optimistic, right? Scared, neutral. I like all those words, great. And then what questions? These questions are from earlier. The test will not be a part of your grades because we will not get the scores until like July, maybe even later. I think it was September one year before we got the scores. So they won't go into your grades. They'll be a part of your like academic portfolio for applying to college and stuff. So no, it won't be factored in. I don't want to fail. I don't want you to fail either. It's going to be fine. And then practicing basics. I'll take a look at these and make sure that we cover them. Want to cover some geometry things, some middle school things. We're going to do that. Quick review on everything. Yep. Had to learn geometry in 6 days. Yikes. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, cool. So I think we are good on that review. All right, my friends, let's do number 4. It says select all the equations that can be represented by a straight line when graphed on the coordinate plane. Do we have let's just call these like A, B, C, D, E, and F. It says select all, so there's gonna be multiple answers. Anybody have some ideas on either how we can go about doing this problem or how we can know that something is a straight line? If you want to come off mute, I would love to hear some people talk us through this first one. Or just one of your ideas. You don't have to have the complete answer. If it doesn't have an exponent. Yeah, so, okay, Jimmy says if it doesn't have an exponent. So if it has an exponent, we know it's not gonna be a straight line, right? We know it's not gonna be a straight line. I'm gonna go ahead and strike through the ones that have exponents. So like this one, not gonna be a straight line. Okay, cool. As long as it stays a normal x. So Eric, you're saying like if it's just regular x, like if it's like x like this, you're saying this would be a good answer. This one here. And this one here maybe. Because I see 8x. I'm thinking these are going to be straight lines. Yeah. Okay. Miriam said there's a square, so we can cross that off. Yeah, the square, y squared, that's no good. What about this one? Is this a normal x? Eric, should we keep this one? Would this be one of our answers? Devin and Eric are saying yes. I'm going to go with them. Because when we multiply, right, -6 times x, it just means -6x, normal x. What about this one? The first one. Oh, Diana, can you tell us? It's not normal. Eric says no, he doesn't like this one. It's not normal because it's dividing by x. You do like it. It's just not our answer. I think. Diana, can you tell us about the last one? What were you thinking for the last one?
So the last one, it's you need to multiply the x times 3 minus x. And if you do that, the x's will become x squared.
Ooh, okay, so are you saying we should cross this off or this should be our answer?
You should cross it off.
Should cross it off. I agree, because x times x, I'd make x squared, right? I'd make x squared for sure. The last one, wouldn't it be normal? Because when you multiply the x and the x times x turns into x to the second. Yes, I absolutely agree with that direct message. Okay, Eric, come back to us. Eric's saying it doesn't follow your exact rule, but you think it works. Do we have any arguments for, go for it.
I'm just bad at putting into words, but pretty much is what Jamie said. That's what it's just, as long as it doesn't have an exponent. Anything as in like an x, a base x or below, so like x to the fraction, it's fine. As long as it doesn't have any sort of exponent or like it's not being to the power of anything.
Got it. So your argument would say select this one. That's a straight line.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do y'all agree, disagree with Eric? Put it in the chat. Agree or disagree? As long as it can be turned into y equals mx plus b format. Oh, good thought. Yeah, Devin. So it's got to be able to be turned into y equals mx plus b. Never disagree with the big man. You agree with him. Yeah, okay. So you've got some agreeing, Eric, some people agreeing. I like Devin's thought, as long as it can be turned into y equals mx plus b format, right? Can we turn this into y equals mx plus b? David says yes. We just move the 1 over x to the other side. Subtract the fraction. Yeah, I agree, Kayla. So we would have y equals 1 over x plus 9, or negative 1 over x plus 9. Okay. Is there a tool that we could use to confirm or not confirm our thoughts? Yes, Miriam. Check it right here, calculator. So there are going to be some questions on the test that are non-calculators, but you should, for most of the test, have access to the calculator. So if there's a button right here for calculator, you can use a calculator, right? If they want you to do it with it. So what happens on this test, like the first few questions are non-calculator, they won't give you a calculator for that section. But then you'll get, it's like probably like maybe 6 or 8 questions. Once you get past that section, the calculator will start appearing and then you can use it. Yeah. So since it's on here, we can use it. So let's check it out. 1 over x plus y equals 9. Uh-oh. Is that a straight line? No, it's not a straight line. Okay, so this is not a correct answer, right? We should strike this out. This is not a correct answer. We played ourselves, yeah, but check it out. We love Desmos. Yeah, we love Desmos. So here's my thing. Think about what you would have to do, friends, in order to make this y equals mx plus b. I like your idea of making it y equals mx plus b, but I disagree that you can just subtract this to the other side. You can put y minus, you can put this over here. You can put that like that. However, x has to be over here. So I need to multiply x, and that's going to put x over here. And that's also going to put x over here. And these are going to cancel out. The x's are going to cancel out and just be 1. But check it. Do you see how that works? Now we have y times x. Y times x is a problem. It's like x squared. Y times x is what makes this rational function here. Yeah. Yeah, x is not allowed to be in the bottom of a fraction. So check this out. Anytime we have like 2 over x, it's going to make that same shape. If we had like 20 over x, oops, 20 over x is going to make that same shape. It's not a straight line. So x is not allowed to be in the denominator. Ooh. Learn something every day. This is technically x to the negative 1 power. Check this out. 20x to the power of negative 1. You see how the green line and the blue line are the same? So our exponent's not allowed. It has to be positive 1. It can't be negative 1. Cool. Number 4. So let's say that you were not feeling confident on these, right? Maybe on this one, you're like, oh, I don't really know about that squared one, right? You could actually just type in and you could say y equals x 3 minus x plus 1. And then you'd be like, oh yeah, I was right. It's not a straight line, so you can cross that one out, right? But this is a good thing to notice. It does not have to be in y equals form. You can just type in an equation like this, 8x minus 5y equals 30. And you can see that black line is a straight line. You don't have to solve for y or anything. So it's better than the TIs. On the TIs, you would have had to solve for y. It's cool, huh? All right, screenshot that baby. Let's move on. Number 5. Number 5, number 5. All right. Do I have any readers? Anybody want to read? We got a big long problem here. Let's take it one step at a time, actually. So I'm just going to read one sentence at a time. It says there are a total of 500 students in grades 1 through 5 in elementary school. So 500 total students. So these numbers, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, need to add up to 500. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, okay, cool. You do have a notepad, I think. If you want to write down, you can like write down like, okay, add up to 500 if that helps you. You also can like use a piece of paper. Cool. So 500 students are going to add up. 17% of the total number of students are in first grade. Okay, well, that seems pretty cut and dry. How could I figure out the number of students in first grade? I have a calculator. That's cool. How could I figure that out? What would I do on my calculator? .17 times 500, yes. 0.17 times 500, or 500 divided by 100 times 17. Oops. Times 17. We're answering first grade. First grade. So 17% of the total number of students. So 17% of 500 are in first grade. Both of these are getting me 85. You could also do 17 100ths times 500. You'd also get 85, right? So you would have 500 times 0.17. Any of these would work. You'd get 85 first graders. Cool. All right. So checkpoint 1 or bullet 1 is done. 19% of the total number of students are in fourth grade. Okay. How do I figure out how many fourth graders there are? Yeah, 0.19 times that. So I could change this into a 9, change this into a 9, change this into a 9, substitute the 17 with the 9. Yep, exactly. No need to type all those things over again. We get 95. Cool. 95. The number of third grade students is 9 less than the number of fourth grade students. All right. How do I figure out the third grade students? Subtract. What are we going to subtract? First, we should know how many students are left. Okay, so we had the 500. We're taking away the 85 and the 95. There are 320 students left out of the 3 grades. Miriam, what are we going to subtract? 95 minus 9. Yeah, I agree, Miriam and Kayla. 95, because it's fourth grade students, and 9 less is the third grade students. So 95 minus 9, so 86 third grade students. And following galleys, I'm going to take away those 86 students. So we have 234 students left. We have the 3 grades already done. It says the number of second grade students is 10 less than the number of 5th grade students. I can't do that same subtraction that Miriam and Kayla were telling me about because I don't know how many 5th grade students there are. Any ideas for how we could figure out 2nd grade and 5th grade? Fatima says x plus y equals 234. Okay. I think there's a line here somewhere. It's like way up here at 234. There's a line. Okay, I like that idea. 2y minus 10 equals 234. 2y minus 10 equals 234. Fatima, I'm seeing a couple ways of doing this. I'm gonna go to Fatima first. Fatima, can you talk to us about your way? Is it possible to come off mute? You can't. Okay. So Fatima had 2y minus 10 equals 234. I'm going to assume that she means that there are like two grade levels, and that if we have the two added up together and we take away 10, they should add up to 234. That's what I'm thinking. So we have 2 grade levels. Gally thinks maybe plus 10. Plus 10 would equal 234. Gally, can you make an argument for why you think plus 10?
So they're almost the same amount, but one of them has 10 more. So you would have to get rid of the 10 first and then figure out how many are left between the other two and add the 10 back to one of those individual numbers.
Interesting. Okay, so we have 2. So if you're just solving an equation here, you're going to take away the 10 on both sides. You're going to get 224. And then you're going to say, okay, y equals 224 divided by 2. Okay, so one of the classes is 112. And then you'd have to figure out what the other one was.
You just add the 10 back to one of them.
Okay, so one of them would be 212 and one of them would be 122.
Mm-hmm.
And they add up to 234. Okay, well then which one is 2nd grade? Which are the numbers?
2nd grade is 112 because it's less than the 5th grade class.
Okay, so that's one method for getting there. I'm seeing a couple other methods. So great job, Miriam and Gally. Thanks for helping us with that one. David's method was, let's take the 234. I'm going to backspace these ones. Let's take the 234 and divide it by 2. Okay, so we get 117 and then subtract 10. Could the two groups be 107 and 117? They do add up to 230. They add up to 224. Is that going to work? We needed to add up to 234. So on the right track here, but they don't quite add up. Devin Z, can you talk to us about a system of equations that would solve this? I agree, there is a system of equations that could solve this.
I was thinking of assigning like variable to both, like assigning a variable to both the 2nd and 5th graders. So like the way I think Fatima said it, like x plus y equals 234, and then like you could take one of those variables and either subtract or add a 10, and then have it equal the other one, if that makes sense. So like the x plus y would equal the 234. So like 2nd grade would be x and 5th grade would be y. Okay. And then, so 2nd is x and 5th is y. And it says 2nd grade students is 10 less. You will do x minus 10 equals, no, x plus 10 equals y. Right?
Because this is the 2nd grade. The 2nd grade plus 10 more would be the 5th graders.
Yeah.
And now what?
And then you will just solve the system of equations because y is equal to 10, x plus 10, so you could substitute that into the first one. So it would be x plus 10 equals 234.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would be 2x equals 224, I think. And then you would divide that. And then you would get the x and whatever you get for x and plug it into the x plus 10 equals y to get, yeah.
So you get the 112 and
Yeah.
122. Can somebody tell me? I think there's. I don't want to do all that math. What can I do? I have a graph. Look at this. Look at that point. Remember how solutions? There's solutions there. Look, x is 112, and y is 122. OMG, no algebra necessary. Yeah, we forgot about that. It's okay. So remember, when you have a system of equations and you graph them, the solution is going to be your x and your y. I know. Stop. Desmos coming in clutch. Desmos is your BFF. Okay, I know we're over time. I apologize. Thank you for sticking that out with me. Played ourselves part 2. We're just going to use Desmos as much as possible. So we did numbers 4 and 5 today. For your homework, you're doing 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8. I have included videos on Canvas. On each page on Canvas, you will see a video at the bottom for how to do that problem. So if you get stuck or you don't know how, you can check the video for 6, 7, and 8. That is the total amount of your homework. I know that you have Spanish right now. I'm very sorry that I did not give you a break. But y'all, no, you did math. Yo, math is so cool. You did it. Awesome. You did great. So I really appreciate you all. 6, 7, and 8 have questions, and then next week we will do a new batch of questions and a new batch of answers. Okay. Are there any questions for me? Any things that you need? I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Don't forget to introduce yourself. You're gonna be like, "Hi, my name is Galilee." And I'll be like, "Hi, Galilee." Well, fist bump. No handshakes tomorrow. I'll be wearing gloves, so if you want to shake my hand, that's fine. I don't know. I'm excited to see you. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I shall see you very soon. And if I don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you back in the Zoomosphere on Tuesday. Bye, friends. We have office hours today. If you want to drop by, feel free to come through. Bye.